Welcome to the Dawn of War tutorial. By listening to me and reading the text that appears in this message box, you will learn how to play a skirmish game. To select a unit or structure, simply click on it with the left mouse button. Go to your base and select the Cabal Fortress. Congratulations, you have just learned how to select units and structures in the game. Select your Cabal Fortress and look for the Mandrake Squad icon located in the lower right corner of the screen. Click this button now. Take note of the small bar that is gradually filling up. This progress bar gives you an indication of how close something is to being ready. Excellent, you now have a Mandrake Squad. Strategic points are located in areas of high strategic value on the battlefield. Capturing and controlling these strategic points in the battlefield is how you increase your requisition resource. Order the Mandrake Squad to capture a strategic point by right-clicking on the point. Capturing a strategic point takes time. Do not move the capturing squad away from the strategic point until the progress bar is full. Otherwise, you will not take control of the strategic point. Excellent, the point is ours. You must continue to capture strategic points to get more requisition resource, which allows you to build more units and structures. Select your Cabal Fortress and build a Tortured Slave. Tortured Slaves are required to build additional structures. Tortured Slaves are always available from the Cabal Fortress. The Tortured Slave has arrived. Tortured Slaves are Dark Eldars. Anytime you wish to build a new structure, you must use a Tortured Slave. Select the Tortured Slave and click on the Build icon in the lower right area of the screen. This brings up the icons of all the structures the slave can construct. Click on the Tower of Loathing icon and place it on the captured strategic point. The Tower of Loathing fortifies your hold of a strategic point, increasing your requisition rate at the same time. Note that, unlike other races, the Dark Eldar structures will build themselves once construction is begun. Move your Tortured Slave away from the building and observe as progress continues.
It is taken. I will do it.
Excellent. The point is now protected from enemy retaliation. You should continue to build Towers of Loathing on all your captured strategic points. Some structures, vehicles, and research require power to function. Building a plasma generator will supply you with the power you need to keep your force going. Select your Tortured Slave and build a plasma generator.
It is ours. They told me I would build things and not be beaten all the time. I am ready. They told me I would build things and not be beaten all the time. I go. It is done. I will do it.
The more plasma generators you have, the faster you will build up the power resource. Plasma generators will continue to produce power at a constant rate. Note that there is a limit to how many plasma generators can be built per Cabal Fortress. Your field base has supplies and logistics to support a finite number of squads. The number of squads you can support at any given time is called your squad cap. You can see your current squad cap in the resource area at the top of your screen. Once you have reached your maximum squad cap, you will not be able to call in any additional troops, so it's very important to keep an eye on this as you're building up your forces. You can increase your squad cap by building slave chambers, but there is always a maximum beyond which you cannot go. Select a Tortured Slave and build 3 slave chambers. Remember, the tortured slave can freely move away from a structure once it has begun and it will complete itself. Dark Eldar society is greatly dependent on the labor of slaves. As such, they rely on slave chambers to enhance their army. Slave chambers are extremely versatile and provide many benefits, expanding your control zone and increasing your squad and vehicle caps. Excellent, you have completed 3 slave chambers. Select your tortured slave and build a Hall of Blood. The Hall of Blood is the structure where you can build most Dark Eldar infantry units, as well as the Dark Eldar commander unit, the Archon.
It is taken.
Blood is finished. Select your Hall of Blood and build a warrior squad. Warriors are the basic infantry of the Dark Eldar. Like most Dark Eldar units, they have exceptional firepower and mobility, but are very fragile. Excellent. You have built a warrior squad. Now we should focus on bringing our squads to full strength by reinforcing them. Reinforcing is the act of calling in additional troops to bring your squad to maximum combat effectiveness. Select a warrior squad. Click the Reinforce Squad button to add 1 new unit to your squad. You can reinforce during battle in the event that a warrior falls to the enemy. You can click the Reinforce Squad button multiple times to bring the squad to full strength. Congratulations! You have reinforced your warrior squad. Most races have a single hero they can build that will lead their entire force. The Dark Eldar call upon the Archon, a vicious melee warrior supported by elite troops known as the Incubi. Select the Hall of Blood and build an Archon now. The Archon is powerful in direct combat, but also can unlock a variety of special abilities to devastate the enemy. He begins the game with Animus Vitae, which can lock enemies in place in order to leech their life essence, healing the Archon.
We stand ready! We move with speed!
We are of the shadows. It is done. We fear nothing.
Congratulations, you have finished building the Archon. Select your Archon and click the Add Incubus icon. Incubi are vital to keeping the relatively fragile Archon effective and alive. In addition to providing extra firepower, each Incubus added to the squad increases the duration and power of all the Archon's abilities. Excellent. You have bolstered your squad with the addition of a powerful Incubus. To maximize effectiveness, try to keep your Archon surrounded by Incubi at all times. Select your Tortured Slave and build a Homunculus laboratory now. You must build a Homunculus laboratory to gain access to squad leaders and other advanced unit types. Squad leaders are powerful units that can also provide valuable abilities to their squad. Additionally, there are a variety of infantry upgrades available at the Homunculus laboratory. You can improve your troops immensely by researching these upgrades.
I will do it. I do your bidding.
Select your Tortured Slave and build a Homunculus laboratory now.
Where?
Excellent. Homunculus laboratory is complete. You can now add leaders to most of your infantry squads. Select a warrior squad and click the Add Leader Sybarite icon. Sybarites are vicious leaders that are equipped with Terror Effects grenades, which can be used to blind and demoralize the enemy. Sybarite has arrived. Note that your leaders are part of the squad and cannot leave it. Select your Cabal fortress and click the Planetary Raid research icon.
There is much terror to bring.
This research advances the Dark Eldar to the next technology level, granting access to more powerful infantry, vehicles, and upgrades.
I go. I go.
Death is my meat, terror my wine. You will know pain.
Excellent. Planetary Raid research is now complete. Slave chambers can be customized with one of two add-ons to provide additional benefits. One of these add-ons is the Torture Pit. Select a slave chamber and click the Torture Pit add-on icon. This slave chamber is now equipped with a torture pit. This will begin the torture of slaves, producing corpses that can be used to harvest soul essence. Select a tortured slave and click the Harvest Soul Essence icon. He will automatically walk to the nearest fresh corpse and begin harvesting the mist-like soul essence.
No! Not the whip! Where?
Soul Essence is used for powerful abilities that are available at all times. These abilities are located in the center of the screen directly above the primary interface.
I thirst for violence.
Excellent, you now have 100 Soul Essence. Click the Corrosion icon now. Click again anywhere on the ground to target the ability. Excellent. Corrosion will erode your enemy's armor as long as they stay within the cloud, causing them to take more damage during battle. Excellent. You have captured 3 strategic points and built towers of loathing upon them. Taking and holding strategic points is key to defeating your enemies. You can capture critical locations just like strategic points. In some multiplayer games, capturing and holding one or more of these critical locations can win you the game. You also get requisition from any critical locations you control. Use a squad to capture a critical location. Critical locations are points on the map that represent locations of critical strategic importance. Excellent. You've captured a critical location. Note that critical locations cannot have towers of loathing built on them. You must find other ways to hold them. Holding relics gives you access to your army's best units and vehicles. Hold on to them to ensure you have access to your best technology. Use a squad to capture a relic. Relics are sacred points of great value. Excellent, you have captured a relic. You can build towers of loathing to fortify captured relics. You can also capture your opponent's relics to deny them access to their best units and technology. Select your tortured slave and build a dark foundry. Just like the Hall of Blood is used to build infantry units, the Dark Foundry is used to build vehicles. Most vehicles are tough and nearly impervious to the attacks of non-upgraded infantry. Some Dark Eldar vehicles, however, are light skimmers that are fragile even when facing standard ground troops. They compensate for this weakness with exceptional mobility and firepower. Excellent, you now have a Dark Foundry. All Dark Eldar vehicles come from this building. Note that your field base can only support a finite number of vehicles. This limit is known as the vehicle cap. Once you have reached your maximum, you cannot build any more vehicles. You can increase your vehicle cap by building slave chambers, just like squad cap. Select your Dark Foundry and build a Raider. Raiders are fast, open-topped battle platforms. Although equipped with a Dark Lance, a powerful anti-vehicle weapon, they are most effective when garrisoned with an infantry squad to provide additional firepower. To see this garrisoning in action, select the Warrior Squad, then right-click on the Raider.
And kill! To the battle!
Must I?
We are ready. Now we rest. Soon, fight. Where's the distraction?
Excellent. Your Raider is now manned and ready for battle. Congratulations! You've completed the learning session of the tutorial. It is time to put what you have learned to work. Take control of the force and build up your strength so you can crush your enemies. Use infantry units to capture strategic points, and tortured slaves to build towers of loathing on them. Continue to build structures and carry out research that will increase your effectiveness in battle. Build additional squads and vehicles. Make sure to build slave chambers when necessary to increase both your squad cap and vehicle cap. Take this battlefield, and the next after that. The fight will never end until your enemies are crushed.
It is done.
The sound of wings signal your demise. Where are you?
6 minutes until take and hold victory.
I thirst. I long to take
5 minutes until take and hold victory.
swiftly. When do we fight? I long to get go. Our prey shall cower in fear.
Kill it and kill the engine. Raid.
We have disembarked this fight.
At the ready. We and ready. We count. Our weapons are terror, darkness, and speed.
Feel my blade. I am the last victim.
5 minutes.
4 minutes until take and hold victory.
Lord of Flying Down. Their eyes. May torture hell. May torture hell. Cry out.
My Reaver death bite is pure